For our media product and films released every day, the production company is key in the filmmaking process. Without them, the film would be nowhere near the standard it is to be distributed to cinemas. And as far as the film itself being made goes, the production company is heavily involved in that too. An example of this is Warner Bros. Any film produced by Warner Bros. Is most likely to be produced and distributed by MGM. As MGM itself is a subsidiary of Warner Bros. And Warner Bros. Are a subsidiary of Time Warner Incorporated. As Time Warner Inc. is a conglomerate that shows vertical integration as they own the companies below them. This is beneficial to the company obviously, as that's less money going out to the independent producers and independent distributors, and more money allowing them to be spent on the budget and within themselves, as they already own all the assets that will be involved in the filmmaking. Likewise, in the filmmaking process, the distributor is just as important. Without them, the film will not reach the vast and wide audiences it does on a daily basis, whether that's nationally or globally. I believe for a comedy like ours, the perfect distributor would be Columbia Pictures. They have been a well-established distribution company ever since they were first established in the early 1900s, and in more recent times have been responsible for many successful comedies such as 21 Jump Street and Step Brothers, including some very talented actors such as Jonah Hill and Will Ferrell. I think the main reason Columbia Pictures would be perfect for our film is that our film itself took a lot of inspiration from Step Brothers, and although Columbia Pictures didn't actually produce Step Brothers, I think if they distributed our film the way they distributed Step Brothers, that'd be great for our film, because obviously Step Brothers was a successful film and all the hype surrounding that was a huge factor and as to why the film did so well at the box office. I believe the funding for a media product such as ours would come from one source, and that would be the BFI, or the British Film Institute. They heavily support British independent film, and especially in a scheme they call the BFI Distribution Fund. This essentially gives you that boost at that crucial stage of distribution, which would then allow you to go on to show your film to a wider audience. This fund can range from £2,000 to £15,000. This would benefit our film, especially as our film is obviously an independent British film and does not have the vertical integration of the big conglomerates in the US. So I believe with this fund, it will allow us to not necessarily go global, but would allow us to show more people in our local society and delve deeper into the corners of this small area and show more people our film, and therefore expanding our target audience for this film and maybe any future films that we plan to do. I've learnt many things since looking back at my preliminary task, but I feel that the main one is that I've learnt a lot more about how the camera works, because obviously in my preliminary task I was in the film, I was acting, so I was effectively learning how to act and how to position my body, but in this actual task I was behind the camera the whole time, so I was obviously learning a lot more about the shots, like the match in action shot, the first shot, and also how I could position the camera to create the comedic effect, and how to get that comedic element in there. Also, I think the big one for me, and the one that I value the most, is the amount I've learned about editing. Because as I went into this task, I knew nothing about editing. I didn't know anything how to use editing software. But now I've finished, I can edit a piece of film effectively. And as with this comedy, I think I've edited it in a way that sets the mood of the comedy, and you can tell that it is a comedy, and hopefully it engages the audience in the way that we wanted it to.